Artlist.io.
I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble. I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle. I got it for real. Still keep me going. I wake
Music
up
licensing reimagined.
in the field, man of the town. You've been in your fields. I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty. Either that or your tragedy. We shutting everything down. I'm being hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents. This mine. The moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some. The skill is bar one. Y'all done. The game in the coffin. Referee screen rest in peace. And think twice if you next to me. It's West. This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring. You know what I mean.
Artlist.io.
I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition. I'm stacking these trophies. I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor. I gave you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleep in my life is
Music
a dream.
licensing
Haters
reimagined.
get livid. My pocket's Pacific. That's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic. I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing. I'm hearing these crickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow. A new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion. I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while. Got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow. What the team is about. Champions. You can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen rest in peace. And think twice if you never see me. Just no doubt. This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring. You know what I mean.
Artlist.io.
If you talking and talking me.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, good people, loyal listeners? We are back with another episode of Shot of Sports Pack Podcast. I went ahead and named this one since this has been a recurring thing. This episode is going to be called The Schedule. So that's what we're going to call this. So obviously, let's start off the show. My boy Coach C is on here. My boy Coach.
Y'all see me?
My boy got my birthday boy TY is up here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so this is basically how we're gonna do it today. We're gonna chop it up about the Super Bowl in general, the off season, what's going on in the off season for the biggest stories of the off season for the NFL. And then we probably gonna try to get into just a little bit of NBA and college basketball if we got time. So, but let me start off by asking how y'all feeling. How you feeling, TY, birthday boy?
Oh, it's a beautiful day. When when the Patriots don't win another Super Bowl, it's a beautiful day. Oh my Lord. The best birthday. Hey, this is the best birthday I could ever have.
Heard you.
Ever.
How you feeling, C?
Hey man, I get to talk real football. And I know this ain't no troll session. This is real ball, X's and O's. I'm great. This is where I thrive.
All right. First of all, let's go ahead and give props to the Seattle Seahawks. They won the game.
Yes, sir.
They won Sunday. A great win from them. They were ready. That's what it was. So, but
yes, sir.
As we all know, me and C are Pats fans. So we're gonna talk about what went wrong for our New England Patriots. This is what we do. Both of us have coached at the high school level. We can kind of break down what we feel like went wrong and what could have been done differently. See, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you. What you think went wrong,
bro? Very simply put, my Georgia boy Mike McDonald, he did what any great coach would do. He just exploited mismatches. He hit on every single mismatch that Seattle had. Right before the Super Bowl, I said we was weak on the edges all year. Mike Vrabel's saying, you got to set the edge. You got to set the edge. Jennings has been a problem on the edge since Belichick was there.
Which is crazy because that's how I thought that's what he was known for. He's not a pass rusher. He plays better against the one.
But he just could not set the edge. And I can see why he was in the doghouse with Belichick. He jumps inside. way too much. He doesn't know how to wrong arm. That's too much for y'all right now. But Seattle has great tackles on their O line. We have problems on DN. Smart thing to do, run off tackle. What did they do? Ran off tackle.
Y'all, but y'all had that problem. Don't act like y'all just had that problem in the Super Bowl game. Like y'all have had that problem damn near half the season. Y'all have had that problem.
We've had problems rushing the passer. We haven't had a lot of problems.
He's talking about
securing.
He's talking about on a defensive. He's talking about on a defensive side of the football.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when it comes to y'all offense, y'all had that problem again, Rush.
He's talking about
y'all had that problem.
He's starting with
defense.
defense.
I'm starting with our defense.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. We've had problems on the Seattle has wonderful offensive tackles.
Beautiful. Don't say beautiful.
I'm trying to think, maybe Denver and the healthy Chargers. That's about it. That's better combo with offensive tackles in the league to me. So they took advantage of that matchup. Another area of weakness for the Patriots, which I said all year, we softened that middle. I don't like our linebacker play. I don't like it. It came true. It came true Sunday. Spillane is great. He's a great. He's a great. How do you want to? He gets everybody in the right alignment. He gets everybody in the right play call. But he gets caught up in a wash too much. He's not like overpoweringly. He's not overpowering. He's not overly big. So he misses a lot of tackles. He's out of position a lot because he gets caught up in the wash. And then he's not very. He lacks foot speed. So again, I've seen that problem all year. I believe he was with the Raiders last season. You don't let go of a game-changing linebacker like that. So there's a reason he was a free agent. Raiders have cap. They didn't sign him back for a reason. So that was another issue. And then I'm gonna turn it over to you, Bray, but I got to shout myself out, man. I said Seattle had the advantage on special teams. I said this Sunday. It showed. A kicker had 50
definitely
points,
shows,
bro.
Easy, right?
I would say you talked about the special teams, but it was more about us covering and making sure Shadeed didn't have a big game, which I thought we did a good job of.
We did pretty solid, but on the other end, first of all, I need them, the NFL, to check the punter's piss, because that Seattle punter, that was an incredible display of kicking the football. I just the hang time and then
like it was incredible.
I never seen that kind of hang time and ball placement consistently for an entire game like that. That was Mark couldn't do anything.
The entire game, like
again, I hang my hat on special teams. I coach special teams now. I love special teams. Special teams wins games.
Hold on, Kurt. Hold on, Kurt. Hold on. Bray, you gotta stop this. You doing the yawning moves and all that, but
no, it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't on purpose. But I'm tired. I had a long day.
Thank you, man.
I wasn't trying to be funny. Go ahead.
But no. The most money spent on the special team Seattle Seahawks. It showed. The kicker felt comfortable in that stadium. He kicked that team's butt. He kicked that team's butt this year in that stadium. And then he felt comfortable kicking. The crowd advantage. The Super Bowl usually on the West Coast. East Coast teams having to travel. Felt like a home game for Seattle at times. Just a lot of things went wrong. I'm going to turn it over to Bray because I'll break down our terrible offense in a second.
Hold on.
I want to talk about our defense.
Bray don't want to acknowledge nothing you just said. Like,
I didn't say anything you said was wrong. I'm listening.
Bray, you didn't acknowledge nothing he just said. Like, let's be real, bro.
I actually agree with most of the stuff he just said. Absolutely.
Okay. We gonna move to you. What did you agree with? That's all I want to hear right now.
For the most part, the setting the edges, we sucked at it. Literally, you're talking about a team that that with Williams healthy did not give up 55 yards rushing all season. We did. We gave up 100 in the first half. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't see that coming. Didn't see that coming at all.
They ran off tackle.
Ultimately, what's crazy is I think what defined this game was one team committed to the run game, the other team didn't.
Yep.
Because it wasn't like Sam Darnold played well offensively. We did a hell of a job on Sam Darnold. He did not play well. The one touchdown he had was off of obviously the Drake May fumble that basically put them inside the 30-yard line. And we sold out to stop the run and gave up a touchdown. That's not on the defense. That wasn't on the secondary. That literally is you called a play to try to make a play.
So you telling me getting almost 200 yards ran on y'all ain't?
That ain't Darnold though.
That's not Darnold.
That was.
Oh, you talking about the quarter? Okay, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker was literally. He was the star of the game.
Walker was dogging your niggas. Lord, damn mercy.
Understood.
I mean, he did win Super Bowl MVP. That's kind of clear.
Oh my God! Don't, Kirk. Don't do this.
He got off on the edges, which is like
I said, Lord,
it's something we had not given up all day. The crazy thing about it though is the one run that really pisses me off more than anything is the one where he literally is just sitting in the backfield waiting for a hole to open up.
He just stood there.
Where the hell was any type of penetration on that play? That pissed me off. That's probably when I knew our defense had gotten tired. When you literally just back there walking and then you just say, okay, there's a hole. At that point, I'm like, yeah, our defense is tired. Game over.
Spillane.
You've been waiting all year to get on Spillane. Let's talk about the offense, bro.
Oh my God. So I'm gonna unbiasedly talk about my offense. And this is hard to do. It's very hard to do. So as a person who has called offensive plays before, everybody has a script. Everybody has a tendency. Everybody has their own formula. So you have your own tendency. I'm not going to give mine away because that'd be stupid. But Josh has obvious tendencies. Again, every run, every play action RPO looks like a run play. When he goes under center, 90% of the time, it's a run. The other 10% is a play action to the tight end. He's very obvious in what he does. So, did Drake May play good? Absolutely not. Am I going to blame the shoulder? Absolutely not. Josh McDaniels has a trend. He has scored 3 points in 7 Super Bowls in the first quarter. That's a fun fact for you. The Super Bowl, you're giving 2 weeks to prepare. He does not prepare. He uses the same script he uses all season. You look at Patriots with Tom Brady the GOAT, still had trouble scoring 20-plus points in postseason games. Because then you have one singular focus in the postseason, and you have to change up the script. You have to change up tendencies. Josh McDaniel doesn't do that. You have a left side of your offensive line that's nothing but rookies. Shout out to my dog, Jared Wilson. The 2 things a lineman cannot injure: a knee and an ankle. My guard didn't have an ankle. My tackle didn't have a knee. You cannot kick step. You have no power. You have no base. You're going to get bull rushed. Inside, you're going to get bull rushed. If you see any kind of D-line stunts as a guard and you can't move, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be looking and reaching. And you're going to be looking stupid. Jared Wilson looks stupid all night. Will Campbell, you got a knee. You can't even – there's no power. You have no power. There's nothing you can do. A bull rush – I don't even know why they didn't bull rush him every single play. There's nothing he can do about it. He's hopping on one leg. And he already has short arms.
So let me go ahead and
my biggest issue. I gotta get to it. I'm wrapping this up. So you have that. The Patriots are notorious for playing with an extra lineman. Thayer Munford, who went to Old State. At no point when he was in the game did he line up on the left side. There was no tight end chips on the left side, maybe once or twice.
Okay. There you go.
Hunter Henry, if he lined up on the left, he went immediate out for a route. There was no chips. Thayer Munford never lined up on the left to help out that side. So, again, Drake May didn't look great. We didn't commit to the run enough. But if I know Thayer Munford's in the game, I know you're running right. They're they're bringing that nickel blitz off the right side. You're running into the strength of the defense. It makes zero sense. Drake May didn't stand a chance. So if I was to give him a grade, I would give him a C. Because I can only give him a C only because it was just average. It was under the circumstances. That was tough for anybody. I'm floored at Josh McDaniel, and I don't want to put all the blame on him, but this is a consistent theme. You have Tom Brady and can't get 20 points in a playoff game.
So, to your point, I'm not going to put it all on Josh, but a lot of it is. But I'm also going to acknowledge that all season long, Josh did an amazing job of scheming guys open. Let's call it what it is. This receiving core, our tight ends. What would you say is bottom 10? Even with Stephon Diggs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not elite weapons, right? On the outside. That was shown by the fact that the Seattle Seahawks were pressing when you're playing zone defense.
That you're playing zone defense.
You're playing zone defense. I coached zone. I coached the DBs last year. Well, 2 years ago at Woodward. Where I would line my safeties up. If we're playing zone, we're playing cover 3, we're playing cover 6, we're playing cover 4. Or cover 2, where I'm lining my guys up at is typically 3 to 5 yards off. So you can actually see, and I'm angling you. I'm never square. We're never square doing that. They essentially said, we don't fear the guys on the outside. Essentially, we don't fear these guys on the outside. So why in the hell am I going to sit up here and give you 2 to 3 yards? No, I'm going to disrupt you at the line of scrimmage. Our receivers, I went back and I watched this game like 3 or 4 times. Our receivers got jammed like crazy all game long. Mm-hmm. Literally disrupted the entire game, which throws off a timing, which makes Drake have to hold the ball longer. But the problem is they're being jammed running routes that are 10 or 15 yards down the field. Why are we running these deep ass routes down the field when we know, first of all, that your left tackle and your left guard are somewhat compromised? I'm not going to sit up there and make too many excuses about it, but you understand there are limitations, right? You understand that there's limitations to your left tackle and your left guard. Why are we not going quick game? Why was that not where we went offensively? That to me should have been exactly what we're doing. We're gonna go quick game, and then we're gonna go quick game. We're gonna run the football, and then ultimately we'll take our shots as the game goes on. It seemed like every play we were running deep routes. not only that, there were times where we were running plays and Drake really didn't have an answer. There was no answer given. I acknowledge one of the things that Drake is going to have to grow into is being able to change the play to whatever the hell he wants to run.
Yes.
He's not there yet. He gets those two plays from Josh McDaniels, and based off of the read that he makes at the line of scrimmage, he'll either audible to that run or that pass. And then that's the play. And then he has to make his reads post snap. So ultimately, because like I said, I've said this before, if we have Tom Brady playing quarterback on Sunday, we win that football game. Because Tom is going to get you in and out of the plays that you want to get to. He understands through the course of the game, this is what I need to go to. This is whatever the call is, whatever your number one read is, Tom is going to say, fuck that, this is where I'm going. I already see post snap. This is what you're giving me, so this is what I'm taking. So that's something that Drake May is going to have to. He's a second-year quarterback. I don't expect for him to be there yet. Don't expect it to. Most quarterbacks are not there, so that's okay.
I've never seen a second-year quarterback doing that.
Yeah. There's no second-year quarterback doing that. So essentially, it is up to Josh McDaniels, which Josh had a tough task of having to do that based off of what he was given. But we've seen Josh do it all season long. This is not something that should be unnatural for him to do. It's to scheme some things open and make the game a little easier. The very little screen passes were thrown, but this has been all playoffs. Very few screen passes thrown. Very few plays out of play action. We got one bootleg the entire game. You're not even taking advantage of one of Drake's biggest assets, which is his legs. Get him out on the perimeter and allow him to make plays. And the one bootleg you ran, you didn't pull the tight. You didn't sit up there and make the tight end and bring the tight end behind the line of scrimmage. That way, even if on the rollout you put that defensive end into a conundrum, because if you run the tight end, if you run that drag with the tight end behind the line of scrimmage, then all of a sudden that guy's not right in Drake's face right away. Then you've given Drake time to survey the land. You ran the drag literally in front of the line of scrimmage. So basically, as soon as that bootleg comes out, the guy he's waiting on Drake right there.
He's right.
He's literally waiting on Drake right there, and he has to make. There's no decision for him to make. He just goes to get the quarterback, as opposed to there's a tight end literally coming my way. So I know for a fact he's an option for Drake. So I have to make a decision. Either I'm going to get Drake, or I'm going to let this tight end run and hope somebody's behind me to make a tackle. It's bad. It's bad play calling. It's bad play design. I saw bad play calling and bad play design all game. So it wasn't just that it was bad. It was bad play calls. It was bad play design. The one play where he sits up there and there's we had cover 4. It was a cover 4 look, and Drake May literally, and the play is basically a hitch to the tight end that's supposed to bring the linebacker up, and then you get a dig behind it. Essentially, that dig is usually supposed to be 10 to 15 yards behind that linebacker in order to give space. It's a 5-yard dig, which allows the safety to just basically wear down. First of all, you don't run that against cover 4 in the first place, and that's all they ran was cover 4. That's literally cover 4 and cover 6. They didn't give you much of nothing else. They ran cover 4 and cover 6 the entire game. And you're literally giving this, and mind you, everybody thought it was a bad throw by Drake. It really wasn't a bad throw. He threw it exactly because literally the receiver at that point is supposed to just stop. You don't keep coming across the field. You make that read because you know it's cover 4, so you know that safety's right there. You just stop. So Drake puts it where he's supposed to put it at. There's a lot of throws that we thought was on Drake. What's going on, Nitty? I'm gonna get to you in a minute. That we thought was on Drake that really was on timing. People always sit up there and want to put the issue on the quarterback when sometimes it really is on the receiver. We talk about, you said the pass was trash. Bro, you have to understand. You have to understand there is timing in routes, bro. If you get to a route, you get past a route way too quickly, Yes, the throw is supposed to be in a certain place, but you've already overran the route. Case in point, we had a whole lot of blitzes that were coming off the edge.
I don't want to. This was my point I was going to make.
Go
For
ahead.
one, the safeties, they played about 7 or 8.
Yep.
They were shallow. The corners, you're able to do the pressing and dropping the zone when you have taller corners. That's personnel. Reek is what, 6'3", 6'4"? Reek Woolen. Tyreek Woolen.
Yeah.
He's 6'3". Omarari, he's what, 6'3"? Like you when you have taller corners, you can do things like that.
Yep.
But my point with the receiving, the worst individual player of the game for the New England Patriots, not Will Campbell, not Robert Spillane. The answer is Pop Douglas. I was disgusted watching Pop Douglas. First of all, Mike McDonald, my UGA brethren, to call a nickel blitz and go through the B gap is insane work. It's insane. It's insane. Like that's just beautiful stuff. Now, I'm a receiver. I'm looking at the guy who's supposed to cover me. He bails. There's nothing there. I know that, and I know my line is outnumbered. Why do you keep running that route?
Why are you just running a go route? Why are you still running your go route? You stop.
Why don't you stop? You stop.
You stop.
You stop. That it happened so many times. And they took advantage of it. They took advantage of it the entire night. I'm like, is he ever gonna sit?
But that's what I mean by preparation. See, it felt like they weren't prepared at all. It felt like this wasn't gone over at all. We see a blitz, and mind you, this is 101. I feel like this is football 101. Just what made maybe that part of it probably wasn't even on Josh. If you are an NFL receiver, if you are a college football receiver, it's a hot route. Bruh, just turn around and stop. Your guy is just basically time the hell out of a blitz. So what that means is, guess what? I can't run my route as deep. Either I'm going to run a slant and allow my quarterback to see my numbers and to see, hey, I'm right here, I got you. Or I'm going to sit up there and I'm going to just run a straight dig, or just a comeback route, go 3 and up. Bruh, I'm here and I can get up the field. It's simple football.
And again, the crazy part is, so I got kids I train. I coached line all last year. I got receivers I trained since they was little. It was like, how as a line coach can you train receivers? It's football knowledge. One, I can teach a release because all that is footwork. But 2, it's just IQ, guys.
Hold on, Nitty.
Why would you never break off this route? What sense does that make? Like, you gotta, like, even simple route combinations. I know that guy's running the go and it's cover 4. Let me sit underneath him. Because now that DB's eyes are there. We did everything off the script. We couldn't improvise or think on our own for nothing. And it pissed me off. You call it not prepared. They were prepared, but they were prepared for the script. They just didn't go off script. It just never happened. So it was, we run and play 1, 2, 3, 4, and y'all gonna run 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's my question though. At what point does Josh McDaniels make some type of an adjustment?
He never did. That's been my issue with him since his first 2 stints with us. When his stuff works, it works. When it gets figured out, it looks atrocious. So, again, this is coming from a guy who has play calling experience. Everybody, you coach somebody enough, everyone has the same opportunity to watch film. Every person who calls offense has tendencies. What you do as a tendency breaker and what you do as an adjustment, that's what makes you great. Again, studying it, Sean McVay, outstanding and going off script and making it happen on the fly, making adjustments.
Here's a
Shanahan,
problem.
same way. Shanahan just is a choke artist, but he makes great adjustments.
So here's a problem. Here's something that I feel like now we got to talk about. See, why I want you to see this too.
I'm here.
This is Josh McDaniels' last. Hold on, let me take this off. Last 7 games as an offensive coordinator
in the postseason. This is the postseason.
If you can't see it, the first one
you don't see 20 points.
Yeah, you see it once. You see it twice. You see you see it once. I'm sorry. You see it once. You see a 13-3 Super Bowl. Remember that boring Super Bowl we won against the Rams? We only scored 13 points. Josh McDaniels was the offensive coordinator. Tom Brady's last year in New England, when we got our ass whooped to Tennessee, 13-20. I'm sensing a theme here. Buffalo, mind you, he did have Mac Jones as a quarterback, but 47-17. Obviously, defense didn't play anywhere near the way it did most of the year. But 47-17, you only managed 17 points.
If somebody scores 47, you're allowed to score 48.
Yeah, Chargers, 16-3. Where's the adjustment? Texans, technically we scored 28 points, but the offense only scored 21. It's the one game we scored 20 points. And then you got 2 games.
We had 4 or 5 picks.
Yeah.
4 picks and a fumble.
Yeah. And you only managed 28 points. Really, you should have scored 50. If your offense is on it. Then you talk about Pats versus the Broncos. Obviously, it was snowing, but through 2.5 quarters, there was no snow on the ground. 2.5 quarters, there was no snow on the ground. You managed 10 points. And then we got the Super Bowl, 13 points. We are now getting to a point very quickly. What's going on with you, Nitty?
What's up?
We are getting, my boy Nitty gonna join us for a little bit, talk a little shop. We are getting to the point where it's becoming an easy thing that now teams have maybe gotten a little bit of a hold of what Josh McDaniels likes to call. I think he
doesn't go off the script.
And I think and it's obvious at this point now that Tom really definitely saved him in a lot of these Super Bowls. We heard a few years we heard just 2 weeks ago where Tom said it wasn't Josh McDaniels that you remember the Seattle Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He said that he called Josh McDaniels that Friday before the Super Bowl, and he said, "I don't feel good about where we are in red zone." This is your quarterback having calling you to talk about this, not the other way around. He calls you to talk about this, and y'all install 2 new plays that ultimately help us win the Super Bowl. These are the things that you sit back and you say, well, "Okay, Josh, we know you're a good offensive coordinator when you can stay on script, when you can kind of build off of your momentum. But when it's time for you to actually make an adjustment, you're not able to do it." Now, granted, I will give Josh this: he normally does not have a legit number 1 receiver. Normally does not have one. He's as an OC, he's never really had a legit number 1. He's had Gronk, which acts as a number 1 receiver, but nobody really on the outside that acts as a number 1 receiver. So, but there are questions that definitely need to be asked about Josh McDaniels with his scheme. Because if you go back and you watch this game, you're like, bro, what are you giving Drake at this point? You're not giving him a whole lot to work with, especially knowing that you have the issues on the line that you had. There's the issue.
We didn't run one pick route, one rub.
We did. We ran one. We went back. I went back. There was one to pop. Where he got him on the outside and Drake with the back shoulder. It was just a bad matchup. Pop is not winning that matchup.
So
against
that's what I'm saying. It's just I'm disgusted. Like,
what's up, Cam?
I'm disgusted.
Nitty, go ahead and put your 2 cents in, bro.
All right, so look, man, I'm gonna chime in off of what y'all was in on talking about just now with Josh McDaniels and y'all team. Now, listen, 100. I don't watch y'all team like y'all watch y'all team, but I watch football.
Okay.
So me being a Bengal, yeah, this is my team, but I'm a football fanatic.
Respect.
Like, so as much as I hate the Steelers, I don't like no Boston team. So yeah, nobody up there is ever gonna get any type quote unquote praise from me, but always respect. I
Respect.
res- I respect the Celtics. I respect what the Patriots did, Tom Brady. I um fuck, I even respect the Boston Red Sox. Like, so I give respect, and I still don't fuck with them. Like, I'm partial with New Yorkers, so that's where that beef come from.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
So now on to you calling out Josh McDaniels' scheme and consistency of point scores. I didn't peep that until you just said it.
Yeah.
That I didn't peep it until you just said it. Because when you think about those Tom Brady Super Bowls or the ones Josh McDaniels was a part of, you think about it coming down to a field goal. You know what I'm saying? Not truly utilizing the full package of talent that he got out there, right? But see, in this case, it sounds real freaking familiar, except it's your OC, but it's my head coach. All right. So that's just let's just push that out the way. That's a push right there. You know what I'm saying? It's your OC, but it's my head coach. So we gonna push that. Now, as far as this Super Bowl, like bro, it was like three levels of domination from coaching, execution, and obviously results.
100%.
Like where I told you we was going to discuss Drake May after his playoff run. His playoff run, his playoff run was subpar.
100%.
He he had some success. He had success because he got to the biggest dance.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 3 quarters, wet the bed. Last quarter, showing up. I can give some props and respect to showing up. 3 quarters, I'm looking at this shit like a snooze fest. Excuse the language. I'm looking at it like a snooze fest. Like, yo, this what we came to the bowl for? Ain't no way, right? I expected more. Him putting up 295 in the entire game. I expected 295 to be accumulated throughout the game,
That's fair.
not 60
That's fair.
through three. Then we have this miracle quarter, 235 in a quarter. That's crazy. That's a super anomaly, also, especially for a Super Bowl. 235 in a quarter? Come on, man. Come on. 235. But see, here's where me and my man Cam, we was kind of discussing this in a different context. And I'll bring that context, in at another time. But um 235 in that fourth is, I can't give him a lot of props on it because it came with pick sixes. You know what I'm saying? If he would have did that joint 235 and come back, close loss, he'd have got way more respect. Way more respect. Like, kid did his job. He did what he was supposed to come and do. But this 3 quarters,
So
235, pick six, fumble turnover. Like, yeah, it was a bad showing. I was giving, we talking letter grade. I was giving Drake May a good A- throughout the season. See what
okay,
he was doing. See what he was doing throughout the playoffs. Dropped him down to a B+ for me.
that's
Like,
fair.
yeah, hey,
I have to.
I'm a
That's
fair
fair.
person. When we get to talking like, yo, favoritism and trolling in the group
Yeah,
and all that,
yeah,
like, yo, we kicking the can.
that's
Like,
fair.
I don't
That's
know how
fair.
y'all platform is, so I'm gonna try to control the profanity.
You good, bro? You good? You good? Be
Okay.
you. Be you.
Like, yeah, we
So
we just we just in there kicking the shit. Like,
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
ain't never really nothing personal. And I come to y'all, yo, we talking shit. we men. I'm gonna talk shit with y'all.
Facts.
We've been in the groups. We've been in the groups for a number of years now. Number of years now.
Yeah.
Like
And
so.
it's nothing but love. It's nothing but love.
Yeah.
Nothing but that's why I let you on here. Like it's nothing but love. It's nothing but respect. I respect
Like
anybody
yeah.
that talk
I
shop.
and I seen that y'all titled this joint the schedule. I couldn't even come in taking shots because y'all
Like,
already did it. Like y'all
I got something
already
to say
did
about the
it,
schedule, man. I got plenty to
bro.
say about that.
oh, I
Man,
got some stuff lined up for that. I got some stuff
man,
lined up.
listen. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. Y'all be fair when it comes down to that schedule, because this on the
Okay,
other side, on the other side, this discovery and looking at you know how we do revisionist history. Oh, LeBron played these guys in the East, and it was this easy. Nah, it wasn't that in the course of it. It wasn't that in
so
the course. Hold on, real quick, just in comparison. It wasn't that in the course of it. In the course of it, we like, yeah, that's legendary. Dot dot dot. Then you look back, you like, yeah, but he ain't really play
copy and
nobody.
paste, Craig. Copy and
Same
paste.
thing,
Matter
same
of fact,
thing with this
matter of fact,
here.
I can bring you in here. I can bring you in here too if you want to. You definitely are. You always welcome on the platform, man. You know you my brother.
Yeah, same thing with this here schedule, man. This is schedule in the course of it. He was looking at it like, yeah, this is he building doing this thing that the Patriots doing what they doing what the unexpected. Cause my original prediction, one and done. Y'all make it to the playoffs, you getting kicked out. It was a one and done thing. But then when y'all was making it to the bowl, I didn't see a win. You either had the Seahawks or the Rams. I didn't see a win coming to the AFC. I'm like, nah, that's definitely stand over there over West. Like that one. The way that the Seahawks, that y'all had to play for the Seahawks, and Sam Darnold only put up 200 and what
Yeah,
was it
he
like
was.
two?
Sam wasn't good. Our defense played well. I think
Like
that's what
yeah, he
our
only put
defense
up.
played well.
It was like less than 220. It was what like 210, bro. Like if it was that, I think it was like 202.
Yeah. See, go ahead and
Drake
get
May
see,
put
go
up
ahead and get
235 in the quarter.
in here. See, go ahead and get in here real quick. I know
So
you. I know you mentioned.
the only thing I got. So I agree with most of what you said. Again, a good shot. Now I give more credit to the 235 just because of the circumstances. That 235 came with he had Drake May had to go off script. I give him credit for that. That was a lot of hurry up offense. That was Drake May just, hey man, we got to do something. Granted, prevent defense. I hate prevent defense, so a lot more stuff was open. But if you watch the replay, I watched some on the NFL films.
Yeah,
He got hit on the sideline. Mike Vrabel asked, "Do you want to go back out there? Like, are you
Mm-hmm.
done? Are you gonna quit on us?" But he just put his hand up, "Give me up," went back in the game.
that's what's up.
That's my quarterback.
Yeah.
He could you out that game, you could go out the game right there. So
Yeah,
I give him credit for that. I give him credit for, man, hurry up offense, get to the line. Hey man, run y'all routes, man. I'm gonna try to make a play. I'm gonna try to we gonna at least fight. We're gonna fight and come back. Prevent defense or not, 235 is 235.
yeah.
Throwing a
Hey,
touch throwing a touchdown to Mac Hollins in a bowl. Come on, man.
but
I
see,
gotta give him
look,
credit for that.
here's the thing. Real talk, real quick. Y'all diminish y'all talk in a diminishing fashion with your receiving core, right? But yeah, Mac Hollins ain't no damn T Higgins or Jamar Chase, but Mac Hollins is a good player.
He's solid.
I was he's a good solid player. I was giving him props when he was with the Bills.
Yeah.
Bro, Mac Hollins would make my FanDuel ticket every game because he's gonna get at least one good catch for more than 10 yards, right? He's that player. He's that player that you have. He's that slot that you utilize for your big plays, for your, or you got these outside threats, or you have another inside threat that takes attention away from this guy. This guy is more so a gadget, big time, special. He's an Anquan Bolden. Anquan Bolden wasn't a true number one. Let's put things in
No.
perspective.
Ooh.
Anquan wasn't a true number one. He was lined up with when he was lined up with Larry. Larry was the number one. Anquan was the number two. He
Well,
was that.
Anquan was definitely Joe Flacco's number one when they won that Super Bowl. Though, let's not do that.
That's how many years later was that?
I'm just saying he was. You
Right.
said he was a number one.
But then when you say it like that, then you think of then you got to think of the Ravens receivers throughout the years. Outside of Steve Smith, give me another receiver. You got Steve Smith, Anquan Bolden. Give me somebody else that was the Ravens receiver that you put on the level of a real number one.
Mason wasn't bad.
Hey, how many years of football are we talking about though here?
I'm
you know what I'm saying?
You asked. All I did was answer the question.
How many years? That's always like really been their problem. They really like never had a true receiving core. Like you get Anquan get there, yeah, he gonna look like I'm a big dog number one. But when he was the Cardinal with Larry, who was number one?
That's Larry. There's very few people that's gonna be a number one over Larry. That's like that's like
get,
Jamar. Who's gonna be a number one over Jamar except maybe Justin Jefferson, and I don't even think Jets will be a number one.
Man, look, I ain't gonna hold you. Real talk. If Burrow and Chase didn't have that chemistry from college, I truly believe that T would be his number one. He was fading AJ Green out. Remember AJ Green last year and T first year. AJ got barely any play from him. He got barely any attention from him. He was feeding T, building his chemistry with T. Let Jamar not come here or him not have that.
He'd be the number one, 100%. But again, Jamar is special. I don't see too.
I'm not taking that. I'm not taking nothing away from that kid.
And this is what I mean when I say, yeah, when y'all bring up what Joe Burrow did, getting to the Super Bowl, it's like we had a bad offensive line. Y'all had a bad offensive line. Difference is our defense might be better than what y'all have put on the field, even though y'all defense played they ass off in the playoff run. Let Drake May have a guy like Jamar Chase that can take a hitch for a touchdown. Let's keep it one. Take a slant and run by 5 fucking defenders. That's nice.
I don't believe y'all use I don't believe y'all use your personnel the way that you should. Ain't nobody on our team Jamar Chase, bro. Hunter Henry, nah, hell no. Listen, I know what we got. I know who Chase is. I'm not never. That's why when people bring him up. Like, well, shit, what you want me to do? cry because I got him? Or diminish him that I got him? No, I can't do that. Like, man, I went through years of purgatory. You know what I'm saying? Years of purgatory. I remember the year that we played the Patriots and Tom lost the week before. I think it was by a fluke or something.
Yeah. On to Cincinnati.
Came here. On to Cincinnati, Bill Belichick. On to Cincinnati. I said when he get here, he gonna kick our ass. When I say that them boys, what they put up, 50?
It was like 40. It was like 40. It felt
I don't remember what we put up. You feel what I'm saying? Like we went through years of purgatory. We had a couple years where we was looking at possible Super Bowl runs. The T.O. Chad Carson, the blunder with Burfict, killing the Steelers. That was a killer. And then, hey, after that we had Andy Dalton to get us there. Listen. I tell you now, I'm a Bengal, and I ain't never liked Andy Dalton. Not ever. I hate his mechanics. I hate his fundamentals. I've always never liked him. I couldn't hate him because he was somewhat productive, but I've always never liked him because it was always that every time he wanted to throw right, he never turns his foot or steps out to throw it. He'll just try to body it, and it's a pick six the other way. Years of purgatory to get to Joe, first year knee blown, second year Super Bowl, and a year, what was that, AFC Championship loss, and then 3 years of now no playoffs, right? Years of purgatory. I get it. Our defense suck. Our offensive line has always been a problem. We're going back again. I've already named 3 different eras: Carson Palmer, Andy Dalton, and Joe Burrow. And we have the same common problem.
Great receivers, nothing else. Like, I hear you, but us saying
We get a great receiving core, we get a great running back, and then it's like, you know what? Hey, let's see whatever shakes out on defense shakes out.
Go ahead and get
Like,
in.
so when you bring up like, oh yeah, the defense had an awesome playoff run, you go back and really look at that. They were opportunistic. They had some opportunities that they capitalized on, like the famous pick off of Pat Mahomes, right? When they did that joint, man, it was a broke up pass. In real talk, if Von Bell would have just kept running after the play instead of putting his hands up, then it was just an incompletion. Instead, it was, oh my God, look what I got. That wasn't like he ball hawked it down, and you know what I'm saying? It was a great opportunity made by a great defensive play, and he got lucky.
But y'all had Jesse Bates, and y'all let him walk because of cap reasons.
I never discussed our front office with nobody. I'm like, look, we down here. That front office we already know is the real problem. Like, I can never argue or debate with anybody about it. Just like I will never ever argue or debate the 2011 finals. LeBron folded. I'll never defend that. I'll never ever defend it. I'll never defend this front office. Mike Brown, trash. Tobin, trash. The daughter, trash. Like,
but the problem with the Patriots, just to get back, Mac Hollins is solid glue guy. He's a great blocker. He gonna do what you need him to do. He can't be your number one. In the Super Bowl, he was a number one.
Yeah.
And
but hold on. It was matchups. You brought it up. It was matchups. And that's where I was agreeing with you from, Tony. Like, it was matchups over here, Boykins. It was matchups. If your OC would have peaked, here's your matchup. Here's a matchup advantage. They killing you everywhere else. You're not getting the ball off. You don't got time. What's that lineman? He getting his ass beat.
Bill Campbell.
Campbell. He getting his ass beat. He has a messed up knee. Y'all all know this. All this information is all inside in the house. But when you see Drake May go put up 235 and Mac Hollins is your number one and he's your third, fourth receiver, why ain't you taking advantage of this fucking matchup? Switch him around the field, slot left side, slot right side, outside either or side. You move him around, it's taking away, it's making the defense have to make the adjustment. We seen that the elite defenders was in they top corner or DBs 1 and 2 and your 2 starting safeties. 3 and 4 was giving up opportunities. Drake May missed some shit out to the left. I can't remember who that was that went out to the left. It was a blitz. Had a man out here to the left. He held the ball, and Campbell got blew up. That's when dude ran through Campbell and sacked May. I'm like, damn, bro, this ain't even mad. That's real.
Now, the one thing I do give Josh, so in theory, we targeted Pop so much. Well, Nick Emirari, he did have a bad bum ankle. So you don't bum ankle, you're not moving lateral.
But you just test it. You don't continue to go
after.
So
so that's what I'm saying. I give him credit for trying to take advantage of that. After you've tested it and it didn't work, you got to move on. Well, so he tried.
I think just to get back inside to everything, The fact of the matter is your leading rusher, Drake wasn't just the leading passer; he was the leading rusher on the team. Seven carries for 37 yards.
Didn't y'all stop running the ball?
We stopped running the football.
Stop running. The
Ramondre Stevenson he was picking up big yardage in the first half, and then I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, we stopped running the football. For whatever reason, Josh abandoned it. For whatever reason, Josh started coaching as if we was down already 20 points.
Yeah.
Bro, we're only down 3. We're only down 6. A touchdown, you can go into the half. At one point, I'm thinking to myself, we could literally go into the half 7-6. It's possible. One drive, and this game completely changes, and they got to go into halftime for a whole hour thinking to ourselves, we dominated this first half, and guess what? We down 1 point. All of a sudden, you get to their mental. But it was like, bro, at what point do you make an adjustment? At what point do you sit up there and say, okay, we're going to run the football. We're going to go play action. We're going to get Drake on the boundary. We talked about this last week, though, see. You know, as bad as people have been going at Will Campbell, the two plays that ultimately decided the game didn't even come from
Morgan Moses.
It didn't even come from the left side. It came from the right side.
Morgan Moses.
Yeah.
That's what I've been telling people all week. I said, so everybody looks at their little fumble 6 or pick 6, whatever they credit, whatever.
It was Moses. It was Moses.
It was Moses. The reason why Moses was chasing that guy, he knew he didn't touch anybody.
Damn.
He was well aware of what was going on. He didn't touch anybody, so he tried to make himself look good. No, bro, you looked horrible.
Bro, he got a swim move. He got put on a swim move by a little nigga, bro.
Like,
I'm sitting there, a swim move.
I'm looking like, and he was very vocal on this. They cutting him on the sideline. He like, we got to get this together. O-line, we playing bad. I'm like, hey man, where's the mirror at, bro?
Both the fumble and the pick 6 came off of Moses.
Yes, it was Moses. So I'm like, we going so hard on Will Campbell. I'm like, I see what Will Campbell could not power step. He had no plant leg. You were trying to block pass rushers on one leg with short arms.
So here's my question. Was y'all line just that beat up where he was the best thing to put out there?
So let me put it like this. Vidarian Lowe was our left tackle last year. He is now our backup left tackle. He was trash last year. Drake
He's
led
actually
the league.
third. He's not even backup.
I think
third string.
Well,
he third string because Mumford.
The four games that Will was out, Vidarian started. Lowe started.
Yeah, because they want Mumford to be the extra lineman.
Whatever it is,
he had been practicing that.
But to be fair, Vidarian actually held his own for them 4 games. He actually may have been a better option than Will was because Lowe actually played well in 4 games that Will didn't play. He actually played decent. And one of those games was Baltimore. One of those games was
Baltimore ain't got no pass rush.
Fair, but I mean,
Baltimore ain't got no pass rush. I'm not putting Viridian Lowe in a meaningful football game. I would barely put him in a preseason game at this point. So,
but yes, to answer your question, our offensive line, it desperately needs depth. It's devoid of depth, and it's not great to begin with.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely an issue.
We have a lifelong center playing left guard. We had a center that weighs 290 trying to block 300 plus pounders.
290?
Gary Bradbury's 290.
He should be running out for passes. Tight end.
Like Minnesota has one of the worst lines in the league. They let him walk. There's a reason why they let him walk. Yeah,
man. We went through that same thing. What was that like 2 years ago before we got Jasicki? What the fuck was that tight end name that came from the Vikings? And they was like, yeah, we picked him up, black dude. I'm trying to think his name.
It's my Irv Smith.
Irv Smith. We picked up Irv Smith, and Vikings fan base was like, shit, good luck.
Good luck.
Literally was like, shit, good luck. I went and checked his highlights. I'm like, oh yeah, he looked good. Like, but then I started going to watch game film. I said, what the fuck we pick him up for? Then the season starts. Game film don't lie.
Get with the
Highlights lie.
Pacers.
Like, why do we pick him up? And it just, again, Boykins, that's why I don't talk about the front office. Because they always doing some dumb shit. Like, I take it back like this. Before we got Joe, Lamar came up in the draft. I wanted Lamar. I knew we weren't gonna get Lamar. But then, before we got Joe, the draft that Pat was in, we skip Pat and we pick up John Ross, the fucking third, the miniature receiver, the little track star. We got Andy Dalton. We don't pick up Pat Mahomes, but we go get this little speedster. I'm like, yeah, nah, man. He ain't gonna survive here in the North. It's a wrap. We're literally the ghetto of the NFL. We're too big. We're too physical. This type of player doesn't fit in our division, right? John Ross didn't last 2 years, 3 years. I know he never retired because he had made it to the Giants, but he didn't get no real PT up there neither. Like, we make dumb decisions. You have rumors surrounding the team now about them looking at what's my Kyle Pitts from the Falcons. Why are we looking at Kyle Pitts? Because he's a free agent. I don't care. Why are we looking at him? We have O-line issues. We have defense issues. I ain't saying defensive line, corner. We have defense issues, whole entirety. But yet we're looking at a tight end. For what? He's not even a blocking tight end. He's a receiver. Why do we need another receiver? This is why I don't talk about our front office, man, because it pisses me off, takes me way down the road somewhere that I don't even need to be that mad, because we talking about a sport that we all love. Like, but we got other dumbasses in front or in charge in positions of power that don't make smart football moves. We are nothing more than commoners because we don't run shit, right? But why do we have more knowledge on what we should do and more ideas of suggestions of what we need to be doing? Bro, what you this is a PG-13 show, brother.
My guy.
Put your titties up. You know what I mean?
Bro, what just happened?
Bro, making a sex tape, man.
Hey, see why I put some clothes on, bro.
Hey, that motherfucker came out. Hey, yo, he crazy. That was crazy.
Hey, Nitty, before we let you go, I got one more thing that I want to go over with you.
Yeah.
We keep talking about the schedule thing, right?
Yeah.
I want to show you something.
He tossed that motherfucker, didn't he?
So, this is the schedule, apparently. These are the top guys, the top teams who had the easiest schedule in the NFL. You see anything interesting?
Yeah.
They all went to the playoffs except the Cowboys.
They all went to the playoffs.
Right. Everybody except for the Cowboys.
Okay. That's one thing I wanted to show you. Let's see. This is the toughest team. The teams with the toughest schedule. You see anything interesting?
Shit, everybody went
to the playoffs.
None of them went to the playoffs.
Everybody, this is literally the worst teams in football. So what does this schedule shit mean? If the worst teams the worst teams got the worst record.
But see, like, this is the thing, right? Because hold on. Let me see.
Look at that. So what? And mind you, us and the Jets have a similar schedule, bro. Us and the Jets had a similar schedule. The only difference is they had to play us. We were 14-3.
Stocking, but they're knee high. You know what I mean?
So I say this to say the schedule. This shit is manipulated, bro. Of course, it's gonna sit up there and say you got a great schedule when you ass. They and 14. This I see 1, 2, 3, 4 3 and 14 teams that say that they got the strongest schedule. I don't see one playoff team at the bottom. Did we lose him?
I might have, but so to piggyback off the schedule, did we not beat the Bills?
Yeah.
Did we not beat Tampa Bay? Like
the thing
the
about
Ravens
it is,
the Ravens not a horrible team, but so the schedule lined up for us. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
100%.
But did we not beat the Chargers? But let's go. Oh, they didn't have their offensive line. They still made the playoffs. Did we not beat the Texans? They had the number one defense. Oh, their offense stinks. It didn't stink when they had the number one defense and they was the hottest team in football and they had some Super Bowl picks. Some people in the media picked them to win the Super Bowl because of that defense.
Yep.
Then we go to Denver. Oh, they didn't have a quarterback. Did we say anything about Bo Nix when they was going on that run where they led the NFL in sacks?
Bro, the thing about
we didn't say a word.
The thing about that is, that whole week, didn't we hear that there wasn't a big drop off between him and Stidham?
That's all we heard.
We heard that whole week.
That whole week, all I heard was Orange crush this, Orange crush that. What got crushed? Denver's hopes? Like we
and mind you, I think Bo is good. I think Bo is good. It's just funny when you hear people say.
So it's hard for me to say. I'm a Georgia fan. I saw that man at Auburn. I know what he does in big games. A man who gets hurt on the quarterback kneel, I'm not afraid of.
It wasn't a kneel.
I'm sorry.
It
was.
It wasn't.
Don't believe the hype. It was.
It wasn't a kneel, bro.
But I just it was three
keeper.
defensive teams, and we talking about their offense. Well, but then let's fast forward to the Super Bowl. We're a defensive team, and y'all talking about our offense. What the hell is the difference? Like
it's just trolling, bro. It's just trolling. But
like we won 17 games this year. That means we beat half the NFL. Half the NFL's trash. Sounds like an NFL problem, not a Patriots problem.
Yeah, I ain't saying it. This is how this shit be broken. Remember, like I was saying earlier, when we have that revisionist history, this is what that shit look like. It looked crazy. It say worst playoff runs for QBs who started at least 3 games in a single postseason since 2000. Drake May is number 1, bro.
And here's the thing, but you lose context of bad offensive line. Receivers didn't play well. Bad play calling. 4 games of bad play calling, which is why I said Josh is probably coaching for his job next year. 4 games.
But even with all that, even Drake this, Drake that, the goal is to win.
Yep.
The goal is to win. We're talking about a kid, the youngest player ever to lead the league in completion percentage.
In year 2.
And we're talking about what he did in the postseason. Well, yeah, but he still won. This is my thing. We're back in this stat world. Yeah, that number 9 is great. He's great. He's a top 5, 10 quarterback. But his big postseason run, his stats suck.
Yep, it definitely did.
Like,
but I ain't want to get
I
into
don't care about stats. Did you win or did you lose?
At the end of the day, it is what it is. So we lost T.Y., we lost Nitty. Let's talk about who we think is going to be on the move this summer. Not necessarily in New England, just some of the biggest storylines this summer. Real quick.
I don't think it's going to be a lot of movement.
I don't think it's going to be a lot of movement in free agency. I think you might see a couple blockbuster trades, though.
I don't see it.
I think A.J. Brown is definitely on the move.
I don't see it.
You don't see A.J. getting.
So again, thanks to all you gamblers out there, cap has went up significantly.
Mm.
It's going to be a lot of restructuring. People are going to have cap. They're going to sign their players back.
Yep. Which is why free agency is going to be trash.
It's not going to be a lot of. It's not going to be a lot of trades because the value of a draft pick is just shot up for whatever reason.
I disagree with that.
Or no, I'm sorry. Shot down. I'm like first round picks is back in the day 6th round picks. Like I just don't understand what the trading has just been horrible. So I don't think it's going to be a lot of blockbuster trades. People are going to find money to do certain things. It's mainly going to be roster fillers moving. AJ Brown's not going nowhere.
I think
everybody in the building. He's AJ Brown. You love him or hate him. He's going to be the same guy everywhere he goes. They're not going to get the value back for him that they would lose with him gone. We're talking about a guy who's his quarterback's going to be in his wedding in this summer. Like he's not moving. Pipe dream, Pats fan. I kind of want him there, but pipe dream. He's not moving. Kyle Pitts. I think he goes back to Atlanta. We got to look at.
Have they signed Drake? No, Drake yet? Drake London?
No. But we got to look at who the coach is.
That's why I can see him leaving though. I can see because because I do believe Kyle Pitts is going to command a decent contract. I would say about between $12 and $14 million a year. I think that's what he'll command on the market. Drake London is going to get at least 30 to 35 million a year. So do you pay how much of that are you? And then you got Bijan, who's going into year 3 or 4?
3.
So which means he'll be up for a contract next summer. So you got some money that you got to dish out just on offense. So everybody can't stay.
Well, let's do this. Back to my point of the coach, Stefanski. My feelings are well known about him, but the one position he has to have is a tight end. Has to have a tight end. Kyle Pitts is a tight end by name. He's really a receiver, but by name.
But that's my thing. I don't think he necessarily fits what Stefanski likes to do because Stefanski likes to run the ball and go play action. So I don't think he's not a spread type of offensive coordinator. So I don't know.
He's the position of tight end. They're going to find a way. But I think he stays. I mean, I can see him leaving, but I really think he stays. But I know Cousins is gone. I believe he's
going back to Minnesota. I believe Minnesota is where he going to wind up at.
So that money would be out. They're doing what the Eagles are doing.
No, they still got that cap. They still got that against the cap. No. Is that going against the cap still? That still will go against the cap.
It should.
No, it wouldn't. Let me take that back.
But they're doing what the Eagles are doing. You pay one veteran defender, maybe 2. Pay 1 or 2 veteran defenders, and you draft young guys. That's what they've done. They got Jalen Walker. They got Black Public Enemy #1, James Pierce. Don't know if he'll be back or not.
Well, he's not. His career might be done.
I would hope so, but you know, crazier things have happened. So you got a defense. Stefanski ain't got to fix. The defense is set there.
Yeah.
Offense is what you got to fix. He's an offensive guy. You got to get his offense players back. The one name I keep looking at.
Give me 1 second, see. Hold on. Give me 1 second, real quick.
Hey man, Craig, you gotta chill. 3 and outs happen. You know why 3 and outs happen? You don't run the ball. You throw incompletions. You get long.
All right, my bad.
3rd and longs.
My bad.
I was replying to Craig, and these 3 and outs happened. Well, we didn't run the ball. We discussed that. I know you're a Bengals fan. You don't know about running the ball.
Cool. So we saw.
But Jalen Phillips is a name. I don't think the Eagles can pay him.
They can't.
So that would be a name. That would be a name I would look for New England.
Jalen Carter's now up for his extension.
I don't know how much you can pay him. That's my guy. But I just don't know.
Open the checkbook. I mean, top 5. That's a top 5 defensive tackle because you already let Milton Williams walk. So you can't let him and Milton Williams walk, bro.
Well, no. He's the number 1 defensive tackle. He's a dog. Go dog. But his behavior. Can you give that guy that contract? That's what Howie has to decide, not me. Howie.
Somebody's going to. Somebody will. If they won't, but somebody will.
So, so that I don't think they can play Jay. So that'd be a name. The Raiders. The Raiders are doing Clint Kubiak. He's his daddy's son, man. He's his daddy's son. I hate to say it. He's his daddy's son. He's about to make this happen. Max Crosby will be in the black and silver next year. I'm almost willing to Charles Barkley guarantee it.
We might have to put a lunch or a dinner on that because I think Max is out of there, bro.
Who interviewed today for the Raiders defensive coordinator opening?
I forget.
Raiders D-line coach.
Okay.
Who was Max Crosby's number 1 guy on the coaching staff?
Probably
Foster, the D-line coach.
Yeah.
He's not going nowhere. They smoothed over. He ain't going nowhere. He's the epitome of black and silver. He's the face of that. So he ain't going nowhere. So we're not gonna see a lot of movement. We'll see a few pieces. It's not gonna be like 2 years ago where we saw a bunch of wow, whoa. It's gonna be okay. All right. You don't see too much. But yeah, I think we'll see more, roster fillers, but we won't see a lot of big trades.
Well, I definitely do believe that this year will probably be one of the first years that you sit back and you say, not a lot of teams necessarily got crazy better that were bad last year. I think just because the draft is not very deep.
No.
Which this is one of those reasons, this is the only downside to us having the 31 overall pick this year. This is the only downside of making it to the Super Bowl is that now I gotta trust Elliott Wolf to do a good job of finding a gem at 31 or trading down and getting picks and then finding gems later. But he did draft Wood. Wood has been a hell of a find. So I got to give him credit for that. But yeah, I definitely believe just from a New England stance. Obviously, I think Will Campbell's back at left tackle next year. Got to figure out what we're doing at left guard, because I don't want to see your boy back at left guard. I don't want to see Wilson back at left guard next year. In hindsight, I think it would have probably been better. And I've been thinking
Michael over there.
That's honestly what I think we should have did to start the year.
So a small thing that I noticed as a line coach, we missed score. We missed score. That's a simple adjustment he would have made. You don't put 2 rookies next to each other.
Yeah, I definitely
you balance that out.
I said that probably back in October. I would have probably put Mike just for you to have a veteran guy over there to be like, hey, this is what we doing. This is what we doing. Just if no other reason, he's gonna tell you, hey, this is this stunt. Because Big Mike has had a hell of a year, bro. Yeah. And he would have been great playing next to Will. So
yeah. So I guess they're thinking that's their 2 best linemen. They don't want them on the same side.
Make a strong side.
And I'm one of those. I've coached line for all these years. I never made a strong side. I made a full balanced line. You have to make a balanced line. You can't make a strong side.
And I think that's what the thought process was. We're gonna make a strong side. We're gonna make a side that we know for a fact is gonna be at least solid, and then let these rookies kind of figure it out. But and mind you, it was what it was. But I do think at least guard is got to be on the table. Receiver, I don't think we're gonna.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I only got 1 year on my guy. He out of here.
Huh?
My guy Diggs gone.
I think so too, unless he restructured.
He gone. He's gone. That's why that's my guy. You haven't seen me buy a jersey. You haven't seen me with a Diggs jersey. I know
I
it's a
got
one
one.
and done.
I got one.
I didn't get it. He's one and done.
I could see Stephon being gone, which it pains me to say. But then if you let Stephon go, you better find something. You better be willing to come off and go get AJ Brown. I don't want AJ necessarily, but you better go out and get Drake a legit number one receiver at that point, because you putting yourself back in the situation where you were last year, where you didn't have at least a guy that Drake completely trusts out there, and a veteran player, a guy who can to stabilize that receiver room. So, because I don't think you're going to get that value at 31 to get a good receiver. This just ain't a great receiver draft. I think it's a few good ones that can be decent, but this ain't a draft where you can find what you need at 31, in my opinion. I would love, like I told you, Alec Pierce is probably at the top of my list. I would love to get Pierce. Especially if we keep Stephon. If we can keep Diggs, restructure his contract, and then sign Pierce, because I think he's going to command about $20 million. I think he opens up so much for Drake, man. I think he completely open up the playbook even more for Drake.
I don't know why Pierce is a.
What's your problem with Pierce?
What is he? What has he done?
I feel like first of all, he had 1,000-yard receiver, 1,000 yards this year. That was with Daniel Jones throwing him the football. But
what a good offensive coordinator. But we put so much value on these 1,000-yard seasons. That's 70 yards a game.
Again, it's not like it's easy to do. If it was easy to do, a guy like Kayshon Boutte would have did it this year. Pop Douglas would have did it this year. I mean, considering
we was by committee.
But that's the thing, though. You only do it by committee when you don't have guys that can go out there and get 1,000 yards. Stephon still got 1,000 yards this year. Yeah, that's because he's good enough to get 1,000 yards.
Stephon.
That's my point. If you get a guy like Alex Pierce that adds another guy that gives you another layer.
What fear does Alec Pierce bring to anyone?
Didn't he lead the league this year in yards per catch?
You know who else did that?
I'm listening.
What's buddy name from the Patriots a few years? Chris
Hogan.
Chris Hogan.
Yeah, that's who he reminds me of.
I don't want another one of those.
He reminds me of a much better Chris Hogan. That's exactly.
I don't want another Chris Hogan.
I love Chris Hogan.
I don't want that. I simply don't want that. And I have to say it like that. I don't want that.
I'm trying to tell you, Pierce is legit, bro. He's worth the money.
Brian Thomas may be on the move because the Jags don't have a lot of guys.
There's no question. There's no question about it. He's staying at least another year. I can't see Brian moving. Here's a name that I'll throw out for you. That I don't think anybody's talking about, but I think that there's a possibility he could be on the move. And I think it would be a home run for the Patriots to get their hands on him. Marvin Harrison Jr. I think it'd be a home run.
So I'm almost if I almost guarantee Crosby will be back, I'm almost gonna double guarantee that Harrison will be back.
I don't.
You brought in an offensive minded coach.
But I don't think that they love Marvin Harrison Jr. is my point. You brought in an offensive minded coach, and I think that coach was hired with the understanding that you're not going to have that this is probably a 2 or 3 year rebuild for him. Kyler Murray will not be there next year. So who's playing quarterback? Is it Brisket Sandwich? You gonna go with Brisket Sandwich again next year? So you understand that you are probably rebuilding. Your best asset right now is probably Marvin Harrison Jr. That's the reality of the situation. Could you not potentially get a second or a first round pick for Marvin? I would in a heartbeat. I would come off number 31 for Marvin Harrison Jr. right now. In a heartbeat.
I would.
I think
he got to slim up. But
he got to what?
On that muscle. He got to slim up. He put on too much muscle.
But putting him with Drake,
I thought you was gonna say Cortland Sutton.
oh hell no. Bo is that's too much of a security blanket for Bo, bro.
All right, man.
Portland
I think he's on the move.
No, he's too much of a. And mind you, he just signed a new contract. He's too big of a security blanket for Bo, because Bo gets in the red zone. That's where he's looking. It's Cortland Sutton all day long, and I don't think they have anything but behind Sutton to be like, okay, yeah, we willing to let you go. Bo, he's a security blanket for Bo. There's no way in hell he's going anywhere.
I hear you. My only rebuttal to that is Sean Payton, the most stubborn man in America.
But they got cap space, so it ain't like they need to. They got
Sean
cap.
Payton. Sean Payton is one of those. I could do it without anybody. I can figure it out, and I'm gonna show you I can figure it out. That is what I'm going with.
I hear you. I hear you. I just can't see them letting go of Sutton, bro, at all. I'm trying to think of anybody else who I can see. Oh, clearly, I definitely think Tyreek Hill will probably be available. But I don't necessarily think I want Tyreek.
No.
Older, coming off of what is it? It was an ACL, right? It was an ACL or Achilles?
Whole knee.
So
everything in that knee.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think I would want to. Plus, there's no chance Miami would trade him into the division. If that was the case, I would definitely be kind of campaigning for Garrett Wilson right now. But
you said Garrett Wilson over Waddle? That's crazy.
I said over Tyreek.
Oh, but Waddle.
I'm not as big of a fan of Waddle as you are, though. But
here's
here's another name that was in trade discussions before the trade deadline. Maybe they softened and said, maybe we'll bring you back. What would you think about Chris Olave?
Nah.
No Chris Olave?
Nah.
Too many concussions?
Too many concussions, man.
Fair enough. All I know is if Josh McDaniels is going to be successful next year, we are going to have somebody that the defense has to pay attention to. That is going to require teams to sit up there and be like, all right, we at least have to slide coverage over you, or we have to game plan for you. A part of our game plan has got to be for you, because I just don't trust. I trust Josh to be good enough once again, to get us to about 10 or 11 wins. Because I think Buffalo's trajectory is going down. I think I think losing Sean McDermott is gonna hurt them quite a bit on the defensive side of the football. So I don't fear Buffalo at all going into next season. I still think we're the best team in the AFC East. But I see maybe 10 or 11 wins, especially with the schedule being a little tougher. As well, but again, if we can get a number one receiver, 12 or 13 wins ain't gonna be is not out of the question. I don't fear that schedule at all as much as people want to keep talking about. It's really not. It's a whole bunch of names, but a lot of teams that I feel like are going down. Like they're not.
The Bears are one of them.
Exactly.
Like you talking about the Bears, bro?
I mean, I'm not like the Lions. They're gonna lose some players this year. You got Chicago's fine. They're sitting okay. They're not gonna lose too much. But you got the Lions that are gonna lose some players. Green Bay's probably gonna lose. That's another guy that I would not mind bringing on the team. Christian Watson, he'll be available.
If he's available, that would be my guy.
Christian Watson will probably hit the market. That's the guy that I was trying to think of. That would be amazing to get him, especially if he can stay healthy. But Green Bay's going to lose, so they're going to lose a couple guys. So I mean, we played because it's the NFC North that we got this year. I forget what the
AFC West.
And the AFC West. Yeah, I don't fear the Chargers. I don't fear Kansas City. Kansas City, I don't fear them anymore. I don't fear the Raiders. I don't fear Denver. As much as I feel like their defense became a little bit overrated as the season went on. We just were banged up, in my opinion. So, like I said, I think receiver is at the top of the list, guard and edge rusher. So I would love that. The Jalen Phillips move, I wouldn't mind Jalen Phillips move. Wouldn't mind it.
Oh, and I forgot David Njoku.
Njoku for sure.
We got to upgrade it.
That's an easy one. Bro, I went back and I watched that Hooper corner route.
Hooper is horrible.
That motherfucker dogged the hell out of that route, bro. Everybody keeps saying Drake missed that throw. Bro, he should have already been out there. It took him way too long to get to that route, my guy. Like, I'm like, Austin, this is insane, bro.
Like, we needed. I don't know if we. I don't even necessarily think we just need Njoku. We just need anybody but Hooper.
No, I want Njoku. I
do want Njoku, but golly, just anybody but Hooper. Just an athlete. Just give me somebody 6'4".
Njoku or Pitts, I think home run for tight end. Obviously Pitts don't block, but motherfucker, with Drake throwing him the football, I think all of a sudden you got to start bringing a double team. All of a sudden you got to start
anything but Hooper, man. He'd never be in the jersey again.
What's crazy is Austin. He started out the season playing really well, and it's almost like he just fell off as the season went on.
Because nobody was covering him. Absolutely no one was covering him. Then he started putting up some stats, and it's like, okay, we'll at least put one guy. And just one guy's enough. Just don't cover him. Just look over there. Just look. Just out your peripherals. Just see him there.
Always another guy I wouldn't mind get my hands on. I think Chase. Do we bring Chase on back? I think he's earned it.
No.
It depends on the price.
Yeah. They talking about $15 million a year now.
Yeah, no. He didn't earn that. I would say 12. I'll bring him back at 12 or 10 and 12 million. I think that's fair.
I know your boy got a $12 million cap hit. I know that shit.
Oh.
Spillane.
But I think I want to say his guaranteed money is gone. So that's another guy that you probably got to make a decision on.
Oh, I got a decision for him. Gone. Take his contract. Man.
You've been talking to Spillane all season long, so it don't surprise me, bro.
Gotta go, man.
All right,
can't
bro.
be
I gotta get off here.
small and unathletic, bro.
I gotta get off here. You got anything you want to say before we get off?
No, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Man, throw out some topics, man. We are going to continue to bring somebody on, talk shop, whatever. We got to get in the NBA. I've been watching more basketball reluctantly.
NBA and college basketball. We going into the tournament, so we definitely got to get. We might
College
even do
basketball.
We got to do some
basketball. I've been
basketball.
thoroughly entertained. I've really enjoyed what I've watched in college basketball.
You know, I've watched 20 minutes of college basketball, so I got to catch up.
I've been selective in what I've watched, though. So I'll keep that there. But
all right, y'all, like and subscribe. Hopefully TY don't get us flagged for whatever that was earlier. We want to thank guys for coming. Thank my guy Nitty for coming on. We definitely want to do a little bit more of that. Having guys come on and talk and really talk football, right? Really talk sports, man. The trolling kind of gets old. Definitely was a great season in hindsight for the New England Patriots. A lot to build off of Drake. I don't think there should be no Patriot fan that is out on Drake, man. Not even close.
We wasn't supposed to be here according to all y'all. And then
exactly.
all of a sudden we get there, the schedule easy.
But it's been a fun ride. We about to definitely get into basketball season. We got baseball season coming up. I know that's if Al ever come on, then obviously we can definitely talk some baseball.
My red leg's making some moves, baby. Yeah, baby.
Just a little bit. But love y'all. We out.